Now the hot phase of the O's Mania 7K World Cup 2018 begins. 4 matches of losers bracket means 4 teams that will be eliminated in this round. Who will it be? Let's find out in this quarterfinals recap. We started the weekend off with a winners bracket match between China and the Philippines, and the first point on Quiet Jail already promised a close match.
I think they'll probably know what kind of songs to pick. I mean,
the accuracy from Arquin, he completely dropped it over there.
Oh no. He really needs to keep it up in the selections here. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, they
kind
of holding the lead, just barely, but can they keep it?
I think this has to come down to the score V. Oh wow!
Oh my god, they didn't. That's a huge drop by the ending.
That literally just came down to the score V2 bonus there.
Afterwards, I was kinda disappointed that the match did not continue in the same manner. China was just too strong and we were witnessing the first sweep of this round, finalized with a double FC on Passage D. China has not lost a single map yet.
Pretty much done. And something catastrophic has to happen to China here if they want.
It's really not looking to happen, really.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't rush a single one of those rolls, and they are not looking to do it. And it's gonna be it. It's gonna be a 5-0 victory for the Chinese team once again, undefeated on the bracket stage, not dropping a single point so far.
Yeah, not even combo breaking at all in the very end section there, which is like...
Australia versus Germany, a losers bracket matchup, probably had the funniest commentary and one of the most entertaining matches as well. Although Potassium Flashlight FC'd the one-day SV pick, Germany took the point.
How good you are, like, in terms of raw skill. Like, this chart is strictly preparation, and Potassium has clearly shown that he's gotten that level of preparation. I think he's still not outplaying anybody on Germany, but he definitely has a very close score to those two guys.
Yeah, he's still holding the FC with Flashlight.
Yeah, wow. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Hopefully that's not a DC. I think that's just a bit of a lag there. But either way, I think, yeah they still win.
After a misfest on the Sound Voltex pick, Outside has been played, ending up in an Ack Fiesta.
They have a hard time like trying to learn it, so they usually just go for the quick ban just to make it a lot easier for them.
Yeah, it does cut down your practice time by a lot if you cut out like the major SV pick.
Well, that's the end of that chart, and Germany taking a very, very convincing win there.
Being behind, Australia landed a clean 4-0 run, knocking Germany out of the tournament. Sankan did not only FC the 6th pick, the Cursentators were doing their best job as well.
I legitimately don't have words. The releases in this are crazy. There's so many elements, there's so much going on at once. All these players only FCs though, so doing pretty good stuff, but...
Okay.
What a god! Oh my god, he's insane. He's a legend. Still holding the SC.
Has there been a single map yet where that hasn't happened?
I don't think so. That's like... Besides like the SV stuff, but I think we had Potassium to cover the first one, and then like... I don't even know. It just... I've been cursing everybody and everything.
It's...
Holy... Okay, Sakatsuki destroyed that. He actually destroyed that.
Indonesia versus Japan, that was a good one. Another losers bracket match, and after both teams winning their own picks, Quickerlit with his FC and Ausen with his insane ratio showed Japan's strength.
And Ausen having the highest accuracy despite missing there at 99.6.
Oh, Lino Sama finding another miss there. Slowly bringing the accuracy up, but it's not going to be enough against Japan, both being above 99.5%. Ridiculously high accuracy from them.
Yeah, I mean, that lead is just slowly getting bigger and bigger as the match goes on.
Indonesia equalized again, just to be answered in a super close match on Passage D.
It is so close. Oh, this is ridiculously close. We're getting to the end of the map.
This is make it or break it here.
Ooh. I think Indonesia has a really slight advantage. Just a couple thousand points because of the accuracy.
Oh.
Oh no.
And
just like that. 2,000 less than 2.
Time to spoil it. both teams won their own picks every time, which resulted into Race getting the FC on Indonesia's last pick.
And it seems like Rizal Piranha and Alzen finding drops, but trades are still good for Indonesia here because they do have about a 50,000 point lead. And it does look like Indonesia will be able to bring this to a tiebreaker.
Sorry, I just wanted to keep my mouth shut for the ending there so I didn't curse anymore.
Fair enough.
Tiebreaker hype. Japan and tiebreakers, man. This one was close to the end. 12k points difference only, and the loser is out of this tournament. But who won?
I think it's going to be going to Japan. It's those SVs.
We're past the hard part now. I think it's still so close, but I do think that Japan
it's gonna go to
edged
Japan.
it out a little bit. I think
Alzen
they've
dropping.
edged out. Oh no!
I think.
Oh, that's not good.
I think
Is that enough though?
That's gonna make it really close. Oh.
Oh no!
Oh.
That is 12,000 points. 12,000 points on the tiebreaker. Insanely close.
Probably almost everyone is predicting South Korea to take the title home again, and indeed Jakarta looked really scary against Brazil, getting the FC with 98% AC on outside.
The Brazilians taking over, but catastrophic issues, I don't expect that to happen, but on Jakarta's side they could lead to some amount of switching of score leads, but since we're so late in the map, he's still holding full combo. It's hard to see stuff like that happening.
Unbelievable performance. I think it was a one drop, maybe?
I don't want to disrespect Brazil at all, but this was the Jakarta show. He actually FC'd every single map during the match, getting an absurd ratio on his own Penguin map and knocking Brazil down to the losers bracket. Korea is the second team without any map losses yet.
And then, like we said before, these are well-rounded players. They're very, very accurate, but they don't falter on different styles of maps. Jakarta is an SV powerhouse. Both players are great at long notes, and as we're seeing here, they have fantastic accuracy with Jax and just about any other pattern in there. I think Jakarta just got 997 on that.
He just V1 double that.
Estonians with 1-200.
In the winners bracket match between Chile and Singapore, the South American team had a very nice start. Scullum with a nice AC on the outside pick provided the first point, followed by a close map on the bounce pick.
Yeah, that's going to give Chile the lead going into the last eighth of the song now.
Rami's got to hold that combo strong if they want any shot at taking the point back here. They need to hope for a drop by Gonzalo. Might not happen though, there's not much time left. Oh,
Ooh,
there it is!
With the drop right there, right at the end. Is it going to be enough, though? I don't know. It doesn't look like it. Chile does take the point. Takes the first break point of the match. Brings it 2-0 back to their own pick.
After that point, Singapore woke up. An even closer map led to the first point of the Asian team.
Really tricky bursts incoming here, including the one that's right at the end of the song. It carries on to a triple jack on the right hand here. We're going to see what kind of damage that does to both teams.
Yeah, interesting to note, too, that those drops from the Singaporeans does give a slight accuracy advantage to Chile, but those drops from Chile swing it right back to Singapore. Might come down to this ending burst right here.
Paralit finding another drop, but both Singaporean players hitting it, and they keep the lead intact, winning by 3,800. Oh my goodness.
Actually, this was the first point of a reverse sweep. Rami played really well again, FCing Quiet Jail and getting the win to advance in the winners bracket. Now they are playing against China in the semifinals, while Chile drops down and fights Australia to stay in the tournament.
That could very well be the nail in the coffin there. There's not much left in terms of difficulty here, because again, the song is very short and it's almost over.
Gonzalo continuing to have problems. Paralit does find a drop as well, but Scullum also dropping combo. Might be it for Chile.
Absolutely disgusting patterning here, but even with Paralit dropping, not going to be enough time, and Singapore is going to take this match.
The United States against Malaysia was another really fun match, recommended to watch it on twitch.tv/ozlive. A triple FC on one day set the tone for this battle.
Yeah, we're about halfway through the map here. All players holding their full combo except for Z1 with that one drop here, which is giving United States the lead that they need to take the point here.
And there's not much miss potential in the rest of this map. If all the players, well, if the United States players were comfortable in the first half, they'd be comfortable with this because it's the same patterns.
Chiwi's FC and high ag on Schubert was enough to equalize, and Malaysia were looking to take the lead. However,
but I don't think it will quite be enough. Yeah, we'll see if anyone drops in this last section.
The same kind of dynamic that we saw before, where both Stupid Man and Chiwi on the full combo, and then Squishy and Malaysian Idiot are both kind of trading misses here and there.
Oh, ooh, this is getting so close.
So close.
The accuracy drops to Malaysia at the end.
Right at the end.
Oh
right
my
at the
god.
end.
That's a less than 800 point win.
After another point for the American team after disconnection, Malaysia went against all technical issues and went on a 4-0 run to win the match. The US were not far away to take it, as we can see on the Penguin pick, but Chiwi's stellar performance on the 8th pick made the difference. The tiebreak masters from Japan will play against the American team, and I'm really looking forward to the Korea and Malaysia matchup.
If no one drops here, it looks like it's going to go to Malaysia just on the accuracy front here. But it's going to be a really close one. I think any mistake here is fatal.
No player can afford any sort of drops or even accuracy drops at this point. And Chiwi finding a miss right at the end.
Chiwi find a miss.
Is that gonna be enough?
It's close. It's close. It's not enough.
No, not quite. It was just too late for the United States to come back.
That's just an unreal score right now. The accuracy is almost I think it's percent ahead of everyone in the lobby.
Yeah, it seems that Squishy and Superman are quite close to Crayola in the score, but Chiwi is just so far ahead that I don't think United States can come back from this anymore.
I'm gonna hit the 4,000 combo here, right at the end. A full combo from Chiwi, I think a 99.6.
I actually did not want to see something like this again, but alas, the Argentinian team did not show up, kicking themselves out of the tournament. The Italian team is in the semi-finals without playing a single map in the knockout stage, looking to win against the Philippines. And just like last week, the last match was looking like another win by default, but fortunately, 2 Canadian players showed up. Although they did not look like they were 100% ready to play, I was glad they were playing at all, giving a showcase of the constantly banned Avril pick.
So Antoine still putting up a strong performance. He has dropped out of the 95% range, so losing his S. The other 2 players, Dot and Elementaires, are down below 90%. They have Bs now. But of course, it doesn't matter because France is playing with 2 people and Canada is currently playing with 1. Oh, forgive me if I made a mistake. It might not have been the first one causing a rage quit, but it's the first one I've seen.
Definitely the first one I've seen too, I think. I mean, not in the history of workouts in general, but at least on this stage for sure.
Dot from Canada tried his best to carry with some solid accuracies, but the French team ended up sweeping the opposing team, kicking them out and advancing to play against Brazil.
It's actually even matching Dot.
Yeah, Antoine, despite the inconsistent performances of the previous stages, is really pulling his weight here, and France looks out to be a lot stronger than I was personally predicting.
There goes the miss though, not gonna get a full combo over there. The ending is pretty brutal, and you can see that Antoine struggled a little bit. And there's 100,000 points of difference again in favor of France. A pretty quick match it looks like.
Penguins, or penguins to quote Cumberbatch, are my favorite animals, and I was glad to see this map picked in every single match. Together with Avril, which was banned 6 out of 7 matches, both maps had 100% participation rate. The semis have a bit more complicated schedule as it depends on the winners of the losers bracket, but let us first start with the matches which are set definitely. On Saturday, March 3rd, Australia plays against Chile at 2 AM UTC, which is followed by US vs Japan. A few hours later, Malaysia faces South Korea at 11 AM, continued by China vs Singapore and Italy against the Philippines. Only France and Brazil are left, they will be playing at 7 PM. Now, if Chile and Italy win their matches, they will play against each other before the France vs Brazil matchup. The winner of France against Brazil will play against the US team right afterwards if the United States win against Japan. The Sunday matches are all dependent on the outcome of the losers bracket matches. If Brazil and Japan are both victorious, they play at 2 AM UTC, which is followed by Philippines against Chile or Australia. I think you get the hang of it by now. The teams need to win their matches on Saturday to play on Sunday. I hope you're not too confused. It was not easy for the staff to find a good schedule, so props to them. Semi's map pool really seems difficult, so we might see more close matches. Thanks for watching and making it this far. Don't forget to tune in on Saturday, and until then, please enjoy game.